friends. Today I want to talk to you about a very, very interesting subject. It has something to do with what's around us right now. Any guesses? Is it lamps or pillows? No, it's dinosaurs. Hence why I'm decked out, because if we're going to go find dinosaurs, you can't just be wearing any old clothes. So I'll give you a second to go change. Okay, perfect. First, I want to read to you a nonfiction book. This is called Prehistoric Actual Size. Everything in this book is the actual size it was in real life. And I think it's going to make you glad that you were not alive during these time periods. Let's get started. The first creature is something you might be familiar with, although this one shows feathers. This is a Velociraptor. Just look at that creepy turkey dinosaur. Now, Velociraptors lived about 75 million years ago and got to be about 6.5 feet long. With sharp teeth and cunning, they survived. Let's see what's next. Well, now doesn't this just look lovely? This is what we call a sharp-eyed sea scorpion. They hunted in shallow seas, so there goes your fun vacation. And oh yeah, they got to about 6.5 feet long too. So definitely bigger than I am. And then here we have one of the very first animals to ever appear. Can you even see it? It's called a protozoan. It's in this circle right here up above my fingernail. It's very, very small. It was a tiny, hard-shelled creature, and it lived 550 million years ago. Then we have a relative of the great white shark. This is the spiny shark, one of the very first fishes. Had armor plates and sharp spines. It lived 410 million years ago, and it got to be a whopping 3 inches long. Of course, we've only got 3 inches over there, but we've got this guy, Diplodocus, a meat-eating amphibian. So maybe a relative of the frogs we have now. Well, he's an amphibian at least. With large horns for gliding through the water, and probably like to nibble on your toes. It got to be 3 feet long. No thank you, I'm thinking we wouldn't be taking a lot of beach vacations at this time. Or, I don't know, you could walk outside your house and get hit in the face with a dragonfly with wings that are more than 2 feet across. Can you imagine? Look at that. You could put a small child on that and ride it. 27-inch wingspan, over 2 feet long. Then, of course, we've got the flying cockroach, because while nothing may survive the apocalypse, this guy definitely will. The cockroach. 300 million years ago, 4 inches long, still alive. Ooh, one of my favorites, the giant millipede. This, my friends, had 30 pairs of legs and was 6.5 feet long. I could stretch all the way out and this millipede would still be longer. It's ginormous and rather horrifying. Let's move on. Now, don't be tricked, friends. This isn't a dinosaur, even though it's called Dinosaurus. It's actually a reptile, and it ate fish with its long neck. It could be about 8 feet long. Here we have one of the very smallest dinosaurs to ever live. Only 3 feet long, our little Saltosaurus. Look at him, he's so tiny and cute. Oh wait, he has sharp teeth and claws. No, thank you. Ooh, here's another no thank you bite. How about this guy? Sorry, I tried to wrestle the pages. This, my friends, is the Jungasaurus. I'm sure I said that entirely correctly, by the way. He was a flying reptile, and it used his upturned beak to grab fish out of the water. And he just had a 10-foot wingspan, you know? No big deal. So just imagine this guy flying out of the sky, stealing your fish, going along his merry way. Yeah, no thank you. I'm pretty glad I live when I do. How about this? Want to live when this guy lived? Look at those fingernails. He is definitely in need of a manicure. This is Baryonyx, aka Heavy Claw. It was a fish-eating dinosaur who used its huge claws to catch its slippery prey. It lived 125 million years ago and could get up to 32 feet long. Ugh, don't want to run into that guy in the dark. Although maybe, since I'm not a fish, it wouldn't eat me. Then we come to our good friend, Giganotosaurus. So big that the only thing on these pages are its teeth. Look at my teeth. Look at its teeth. My teeth, its teeth. Are your teeth as big as this thing's? This is insane. It's the largest predator that ever lived that we've found so far. It lived 100 million years ago and got up to 45 feet long. Can you believe this? Ugh. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Some nice guys. These are Protoceratops. They're plant-eating dinosaurs. We need a few more of those, right? They like to eat leaves and stems. This is a baby Protoceratops. They got to about 6 inches long when they first hatched. And then when they grew into their full size, they were about 6 feet long total. So I'm about 5'6", so a little longer than I am. But these guys lived about 80 million years ago. Let's see. Oh! A book about creatures is never finished without some type of creepy rodent thing. This is Leptictidium. It's an insect-eating mammal. So we're mammals. So is this guy. He looks like some kind of mole-like kangaroo rat to me. But he lived about 45 million years ago and got to be about 2 feet long from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. Oh, and now we come to my very least favorite creature in this entire book. This is what we called a terror bird. Yes, friends, I'm not kidding, a terror bird. It lived in South America 3 million years ago. It was 8 feet tall, an 8 feet tall bird that was the largest predator of its time in South America. Oh, and you know what it was big enough to? It was big enough to eat a horse. A horse-eating bird, my friends. The terror bird. Ugh. No thank you. So, there we have some prehistoric actual size. And if you want to find more books about prehistoric creatures, please check out Overdrive and RB Digital and some of our online resources. And don't worry, I have a fun prehistoric activity we can do. So let's check it out. Okay, our activity today is based off of Prehistoric Actual Size by Steve Jenkins, and it is a book that we were allowed to read because Houghton Mifflin Harcourt so kindly let us. So the activity is kind of an archaeological paleontologist dig. You're going to need a treasure. I chose dinosaur parts because that's what we've been talking about today, but you can choose whatever kind of treasure you want to look for. I used a paper bathroom cup. You can use any kind of paper cup you want, or this also works with a balloon. Then you're going to need a cup of water. So what you're going to do is take the water and your treasure. Put them in your cup or your balloon. If you have a balloon, you'd tie it off and you would put the water balloon in your freezer. If you have a cup, you put your treasure in the cup, fill it with water, and then you're gonna set it in your freezer somewhere safe. And then you're gonna leave it for a couple of days, just looking like this. And once it freezes, you're going to get something to dig out. So mine has kind of been sitting out. I put some salt on it. That'll help you really get the freezing cold ice off. So you can use salt, water to dig pathways through it. You can use forks, knives, spoons. Maybe if your parents allow, you could even use a hammer to try to break it out. But anyway, it just gives you an opportunity to practice being a paleontologist or an archaeologist and really look for a prehistoric creature. So that's our activity for today. I hope you guys had fun listening to some nonfiction creatures and digging for dinos, and make sure you look for more fun school-age videos on the Boise Public Library YouTube channel. And we'll see you next time. Bye.